Hello everyone, today our group will talk about history of Moghulistan and Kazakh Khanate. We will use information from a very famous book called Tarihi Rashidi. It was written by Mirza Muhammad Haidar in the 16th century. He was not only a writer but also a military leader and a cousin of Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire in India. In his book, he writes about the political, cultural, and social life of Central Asia. It is one of the main sources of information about Moghulistan and early Kazakh history.
Let's start by talking about Moghulistan. Moghulistan emerged in the 14th century after the breakup of the Chagatai Khanate. It covered parts of modern Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and China. The people of Moghulistan were mainly nomads, living in the mountains and steppes. They followed Islam and had their own custom and traditions. Let's look at the two states in question. Moghulistan was formed in the 14th century after the split of the Chagatai Khanate. It was led by descendants of Chagatai Khan and remained mostly nomadic. On the other hand, the Kazakh Khanate was founded in the mid of 15th century by Janibek and Kirey. Both states were rooted in Turk Mongol culture, but their paths diverged due to the geography, leadership, and ideology.
As we explore the history of Moghulistan and the Kazakh Khanate, we must also highlight the rich culture of the people. Traditional jewelry was not only decorative but also meaningful. These ornaments reflected social status, tribal identity, and were often passed from generation to generation. They were made with great skill and love for tradition. Even today, we can see these beautiful earrings, necklaces, and belts in museums. They remind us of the deep connection between the nomadic lifestyle and artistic expression. Through these cultural pieces, we understand how people preserved their identity and values during times of change.
In the 15th century, the leaders Kirey Khan and Janibek Khan, dissatisfied with the political situation in Moghulistan, led their followers westward and established the Kazakh Khanate. The Kazakh Khanate quickly grew in power and became one of the strongest states in Central Asia. Tarihi Rashidi tells us about the early struggles of the Kazakh people to establish their own identity and governments. The book also describes the relationships between the Kazakh Khanate and neighboring states, including their desire for unity and independence. This new state, with its strong military and unification of nomadic tribes, played a key role in the political landscape of Central Asia.
A crucial part of the early Kazakh state was the Jitarara, legal code that governed the life of the Kazakh people. The Jitarara set four rules of justice, order, and unity for the nomadic tribes, helping to establish a sense of law and governance. These laws were based on the tradition and customs of the Kazakh people and were an essential part of their society. Jitarara was crucial in defining the Kazakh Khanate as a strong and unified state. The book Tarihi Rashidi provides us with insights into how the Kazakhs used these laws to maintain social order and protect their freedom and independence.
Now let's look at two important quotes from Tarihi Rashidi. The first one is about the Kazakh Khanate. This shows how the Kazakh leaders actively chose independence and began building a new political identity. The second quote is about Moghulistan. Here we see how religion was used as a tool to build legitimacy and strengthen the state. These quotes help us understand how the two states used different strategies to build unity and authority. So let's compare the two states directly. Moghulistan was older and led by Chagatai descendants. Islam became a central force under Tungluk Timur. The Kazakh Khanate was younger, founded by tribal leaders who wanted independence. While Moghulistan focused on Islamic consolidation, the Kazakh Khanate emphasized tribal unity and flexible diplomacy. This comparison shows how similar origins can lead to very different political and cultural developments.
Here we see two maps. The first one shows the territory of Moghulistan in the 14th, 15th centuries, covering parts of today's Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and western China. It was a land of nomads, mountains and the trade routes. The second map shows the Kazakh Khanate in the 16th century. It controlled large parts of steppe and had diplomatic connections with the Timurids or Oiratsin.
In conclusion, Tarihi Rashidi portrays Moghulistan as a state striving for unity through Islam and decentralized rulership, while the Kazakh Khanate is depicted as a new political entity focused on tribal autonomy and independence. Through this portrays, Ahmed Haidar not only documents the evolution of both states but also reflects his own values and experiences as a political actor. The text highlights both similarities, such as the Turkic-Mongol heritage and the difference in governance and identity formation. This comparative insight makes Tarihi Rashidi a valuable source for understanding the diverse political landscapes of 15th and 16th century Central Asia.
Thank you for your attention.